everybody, today's video is part 2 in a challenge that I am doing with another part-time reseller and YouTuber. Her name is Becky Park and her YouTube channel is Becky Park on Poshmark. We are both attempting to list 100 items from our death pile in a 2-week period. And we already uploaded the first part, which was week 1, and I got 54 listings up. So my goal this week is to get 46 items from my death pile listed. So we are going to do a part 3. Today is day 9 of the challenge. Yesterday was technically the first day of the second week, but I ended up spending the whole night editing my first week's video and I didn't list anything. So today is day 9 and right now I have a couple of sales I need to pack up and go ship out. And then I'll be back and try to get some listings up. It is already 7 o'clock, so I'm not sure how many I'll get up tonight, but I'm hoping to get like at least 5 listings up tonight. So let me show you guys my sales really quick. First, I sold something that I listed last week. I sold this red leather purse. It's from the brand Victoria Leather, which is a vintage brand. And the comps were only about $15 to $20, but I listed that purse at $25 and I had a lot of interest in it right away. And I ended up selling it for $20. So I picked it up at a garage sale for like $1 or $2. I could tell that it was leather and leather purses tend to do well. It looked like it was really well made. So yeah, sold for $20. Then I sold a bundle. I sold this cabbie shirt and this new with tags scarf for $18. And both of those have been listed for over 6 months. So I was really happy to take $18 for them. I got the scarf at the Denver Go outlet. The cabbie top, I don't remember where I got it. I do remember listing it because I remember looking up that style and there were a ton listed and not very many sold. And the ones listed were like listed for like $10, $12, $15. So as soon as I listed it, I knew it wasn't really a great pickup because there's a lot of them listed. So yeah, anyways, I'm very happy with both of those sales and I'm gonna get those packed up now, go get them shipped out, and I'll update you guys when I get done listing tonight. So last night I photographed 10 things. I only listed 6, but I photographed 10. So the 4 that I haven't listed but I have photographed are right here. I'm going to start with those tonight. I'm going to get those listed. So I have to measure them, write up the listing, and then inventory them. So I'm going to start with that. And then I'm going to try to photograph 10 more things and then list as many as I can until it's time for me to relax before bed. And again, I'll give you an update as soon as I get through some more stuff. On day 10, I got 4 items listed. So this video is supposed to be a vlog / listing challenge, so I'm going to do a little bit of the vlog part of it now. And it is reseller related too. So after I get everything listed from my Poshmark death pile, my next plan is to cross list things to eBay. So far I've listed less than 5 things on eBay, so I haven't made a priority out of it. I've barely touched eBay. And so in anticipation of that, I thought I should maybe buy a couple things on eBay to get some feedback and also just to see things from the buyer's perspective. So I made 2 orders on eBay in the past week. The first was a bottle of Yellow Diamond Versace perfume. I had the same perfume and I just ran out of it. So I thought, that's a good thing to buy because I'm out of it. I need it anyways. So I went on eBay, found a seller that has good feedback. They're a top rated seller. They exclusively sell perfume. I ordered the perfume from them and it does not smell right. Like I still had like a couple sprays left in my old bottle and it doesn't smell right at all. Like the one I have, it's like a sweet citrus smell, and the one I got, it's like a nursing home old grandma smell. And so all week I've been trying to convince myself that I'm wrong. And so I keep spraying it on myself and being like, no, this is definitely not right. And every day before I go to work, I think the same thing again, like this is not right. So on that purchase, I opened a return case and I'm gonna be sending the perfume back. And I guess now I'm gonna get experience what a return's like on eBay. And the second package I purchased is this package, and I got this from a fellow reseller YouTuber, RVA Flips. If you guys like watching people who sell on eBay and sell hard goods, he's a great person to subscribe to. I'll link his YouTube channel down below. So I watch his videos and I know he sells a lot of toys and I need to buy something for my godson / nephew. So I went to his eBay store and Garage Flips eBay store, and Garage Flips is another YouTuber. I've talked about him a lot. I'll link his channel too. Another also hard goods eBay seller mostly. I went to both their stores. I took screenshots of about 10 toys, sent them to my sister and asked her which one she thought that my godson would like best. And RVA Flips won. So I'm gonna unbox this on camera and show you guys what I ordered. So it looks like he put some packing tape or packing paper on top. He also included a business card that says, "Thank you so much, Amber. Hope your godson enjoys them. Justin RVA Flips." And then his business card also has his YouTube channel and eBay store name. So again, packing paper, and this is what I got for my nephew. There are 4 different Ninja Turtle figures. So, 1 successful eBay order and 1 not so successful, but at least it'll teach me what it's like to have a return when you're on the buyer's end. Okay, so it is now Saturday morning at 9 a.m. and you guys will see on the screen, but I had to just count. I have 67 listings that have gone up, so I have 33 to go, which means I need to list 16 and 17 each day this weekend in order to hit my goal, which I should be able to do because I don't have any other plans all weekend. Last night my friends and I went and we played pickleball. There's a group of like 10 of us. We played pickleball and we played Connect 4, and then we went to a bar and some people sang karaoke. Like I've said before, I'm a terrible singer, so I just enjoy watching. And yeah, now I'm up and I'm about to get listing again. And I think I might record some clips because I realized I haven't really done much so far for this video. So I'm gonna record some clips this morning showing my process. So first I will steam a batch of items, then I will photograph them, and then I will take measurements and list them and then inventory them. Real quick, I'm gonna show you guys some things that I decided not to list. Let me turn a light on for you. Okay, so here are some items that I've decided not to list. This one's fine. This one's fine. This one's fine. Okay, so this shirt, so the tag says Versace, and it has like this cutout pattern that to me seems like a knockoff would not be able to do, but I'm not 100% certain that it's authentic. And I already have some designer things I'm gonna send into ThredUp Luxe, so I'm gonna include this. I do think it's real, but I'm not 100%, so I'm just gonna send it to ThredUp Luxe, let them decide. Then I have this top, and it has some, there's like stain or like dirt right there on the back of it, so I need to wash this, see if the dirt will come out. This shirt has some pilling on it, so I have a video where I'm going to use a sweater shaver coming up, so I'm going to see if the sweater shaver will work to fix this pilling. So here, if I put it in the light, you can see it. So you can see there's like pilling throughout the shirt. So yeah, I'm going to save this for my sweater shaver video, see if I can fix the pilling. And then this last one is a vest, and I'm going to try it on. It is a size large, so it's probably too big for me, but I like it and I would wear it to work. So this one I might keep for myself. There are the remaining shirts and long sleeves that need to be listed. So I'm going to focus on those today, and then probably I'll be starting shoes tomorrow if today is a productive day. So keep watching, see how today goes. So while I've been listing, I've been watching 2 shows. One is Hoarders. I feel like it's good motivation to be like, you're not gonna come like this, so you better get all your stuff listed. I'm also watching Shipping Wars. If you've never seen it before, basically there are these truckers who take bids on shipping like really odd items. Like yesterday there was like a 20-foot robot statue thing, and then there was like a shipment of really delicate Christmas dolls. And so it's interesting seeing how much they bid. I know a lot of it's staged, but it's still interesting.
Snowflakes on my time.
status update. It is 10 p.m. and I have listed everything on my clothing racks except for this one. This is like a knockoff Tommy, what do they call this? Like a puffer coat. And so I can't list it on Poshmark. If you guys have watched my videos for a long time, you'll know this, I bought this coat a long time ago. But I need to get it listed on Instagram and see if I can sell it on Instagram, which I've never done before. And I don't know exactly how to do it, which is why it's still on the rack. But obviously to get my entire death pile listed, I'm gonna have to figure out how to get that listed. Today I listed 24 items, so in total I'm now at 91 listings, which means I need to list 9 tomorrow to hit the goal, which I should definitely be able to do. Tomorrow morning I am grabbing coffee in the morning with a friend, but then I will be back and getting my 9 listed and then getting this video edited. So look at how cool that background is with all those hangers and just one thing up there left. Gosh, it feels satisfying. It's now Sunday morning at 11. I got up this morning and I packaged up a few sales. Then I met my friend for coffee at 9 a.m. She's a manager of a data analytics team and she is interviewing for a job next week that is again a manager for a data analytics team, but this team works mostly with actuaries. Her recruiter told her if she could do anything to improve before the interview, she could understand actuarial work a little better. So she asked if I would meet up with her for coffee. We talked for about an hour and a half this morning. Then I shipped out my sales and it's now 11. So it's time to get to some Poshmark work now. And one thing, in my last video, there's a comment, I'll put it on the screen right now, but it basically says like, wow, you're so organized. And so I thought I would show you guys a little bit of reality because I kind of go through cycles where I like really organize and then everything gets a mess and then I get organized again, then it gets a mess. And right now, one of my rooms is a mess. Whoop. So let me show you guys the mess and then I'll show you when it's cleaned up. So here is the mess. So let me explain what's going on. So here I have jeans I listed last week and never got inventoried. Trash can because one of our dogs is disgusting and likes to grab Kleenexes out of the trash and eat them. And then more things I listed last week that I never got inventoried. The gifts that I opened from RBA Flips. These are snap-on tools that my dad wants me to list for him. And then we have the shoes, which I'm going to start on today. Some bags from dresses I listed. More shoes. This is a box of stuff that I pulled out of when I was counting my death pile. I pulled these out because they're not inventoried. So those still need to be inventoried. This is a box of things that have flaws. This is a suitcase that I need to put back in that little hole in the corner. And I have to move my stuff so I can put it back there. So right now I'm going to focus on cleaning up and inventorying what's on this table. And then I'm going to start listing some shoes. Everything that was listed on this table is now inventoried. But now I'm running into a problem because my 9 tubs are all pretty much full. So this one's full, this one's full, full. There's a little bit of room in this one, like I could fit 1 or 2 more things. This one's full, full, G is full, J is full, and Z is full. So I can fit a couple more things in here. And then I think I'm gonna put the rest in the IKEA bag. Now I need to switch gears and start listing the shoes so I can hit the 100 items. So I'm gonna go do that now. So I pulled out the 13 pairs of shoes that are most wintry. I am going to clean them and list at least 9 of them today. So I'm working on my 99th listing. It is this pair of boots. If you dip, or if you put some nail polish remover on a cotton ball or Q-tip, and then rub it on marker, voila, the marker is gone. I made it to item 100, and for 100th item, I'm gonna list these fry boots. And we've made it to number 100. So in celebration of getting 100 items listed, we are going to put up the Christmas tree, and I just ordered pizza. First time we have ever ordered pizza. We've lived at our house for almost a year and a half. So Jacob's bringing out the Christmas tree right now, and we are going to put it up and eat some pizza. Then I will be calling Becky, and we're gonna talk a little bit about the challenge, and then I will be talking about a part 3 at the end. So to wrap up this video, we thought it would be helpful if we video chatted each other and asked each other 2 questions about the overall experience of this listing challenge. So I'm going to ask Becky 2 questions and put her answers in here, and then she's going to ask me 2 questions and my answers will be over on her channel. So if you want to see what she asked me and what I answered, make sure to click the link below after you're done watching to go check out her video and her progress in the 2-week challenge. So my first question for you is, what is your typical listing schedule when you're not doing this challenge? Do you usually list like on weeknights? Do you usually just list a bunch one day? Do you try to get up like 3 to 5 a day, or do you usually just do like one bulk listing day?
So I mean, there's so many different thoughts and views out there about what trips the algorithm, both with like Poshmark and eBay. And obviously a lot of people will say to you, and I feel like I've preached this as well, like consistency is the key. So I feel like I typically try to list like at least 5 items a day on both platforms. And usually what I'll do is like, I'll list 5 on Poshmark first, and then I will cross list those over to eBay. But I like to just like generally have a bunch of pictures on my phone of stuff that I haven't listed yet, so that whenever I have any downtime, like even from the walk from my office at school to the bathroom, like I can typically list one thing if I wanted to. So like just for like whenever there's downtime, I just have stuff on my phone to list. And usually though, like the minimum is 5. If I like really want to pump them out, I try to push myself to do 10, but typically at least 5 on both of those platforms.
So do you take photos in bulk, but then you list like 5 a day? Or is the photos also kind of every day take a few?
So I actually have a student of mine who does photography for me. She like steams and takes pictures of clothes. And she's like slowed down a lot, because if I'm busy, that typically means that she's busy, because she's involved in all of the things that I teach at my school. So if I'm really busy because of like a cappella, or we have choir stuff or musical theater stuff, like she does all that stuff too. So like right now it's such a busy season for us, and she's like studying for finals and stuff. So she hasn't really done a lot of photographing, but typically she does, and she'll send me like 100 pictures at once, and I'll just kind of like spread those out throughout the week or 2 until she sends me another batch of pictures. And then I also have stuff like at home that I can take pictures of, and I do usually try to batch work that, and like I'll have an hour where I just like pump out as many pictures as I can, and that'll usually get me through like 4 to 5 days, like almost a week basically. So usually I'll like take pictures for as long as I can in like one day, and try to spread that out throughout the week, and sprinkle in stuff from my student as well.
That makes sense. Yeah, I typically will just have one Saturday or Sunday where I just list all day. But I know next year I am going to start being consistent on eBay. And I've heard on eBay it's a lot more important to list a few a day. So I plan to maybe switch my process a little bit once I switch over to eBay.
Mm-hmm.
So my second question for you is, looking at the 2 weeks, what are your main takeaways? Like, whatever they are, good, bad, what surprised you, or what did you take away from it?
I think I was most surprised by the fact that like listing 100 items in 2 weeks really wasn't that hard or that bad. Like it was completely doable. I did have to actively find time in my schedule to say like, this is when I'm going to do this. This is when I'm going to do that. But I didn't have to change too much of what I was already doing. I just had to be maybe even more intentional about small moments here and there. But yeah, like kind of like what you said when you were answering my questions, like just having that pressure of like, I am going to list this many in this amount of time, did force me to use my free time more wisely versus just like, oh, I'll play Candy Crush right now. Like it was like, I was like, oh, I still have like this quota to meet, so I better list. And then after I hit my number for the day, then I can play Candy Crush. So I think it helped me prioritize a little bit more. I think I was also just super surprised by what types of items that I listed in this past couple of weeks sold, because a lot of it was stuff that was in my death pile for a reason. Like I wasn't excited about it because, of one thing or another, but some of those items still sold really, really quickly. So it's just a reminder that there is a buyer for everything and you cannot sell it unless you list it. So just a good like reminder again to not let things pile up and accumulate, because you can't make money with that stuff.
Yeah, I think that's a good final word of advice. Like, make sure you guys get your pile listed. There's money there. And also, for me, it just makes me enjoy buying more when I know everything at home's already listed.
My death pile was bigger than I said it was. So over the past couple weeks, I've been thinking through and trying to organize everything and realized I have a lot more stuff than I thought I did. So let me explain. So in my last video, I think at the end or somewhere in the video, I mentioned that I had 2 ThredUp DIY denim boxes that I also needed to list. So that's what those are. Shoes over here, those are the shoes I have left of the 130 items I've already talked about. Then I mentioned these. So these are a pair of boots I need to take to the cobbler. They got returned because they have a problem. So I'm gonna take them to a cobbler and see if I can get them fixed, because they sold for like $100. So if the fix is, like $10 or less, it'll probably be worth it. This is a purse that I haven't decided if I'm going to keep or list, so I need to make a decision. These are snap-on tools that my dad just gave me a couple days ago to list for him. This is a box of items with flaws that I'm going to make lots of and try to sell. And then this box is a mix of designer things that I'm going to send into ThredUp Luxe and pilled things that I'm going to use for a sweater shaver comparison video. So I need to send these in. I need to make up lots. I need to make that video. Then my fiance reminded me that I had a bag of clothes upstairs in one of the closets. So that's what this stuff is. Then we have the Tommy coat that I need to list on Instagram. And then one of my friends just a couple days ago gave me her wedding dress and 2 bridesmaids dresses to list. And she told me I can keep the profit, but of course I'll give her some of the profit. So we are going to do a part 3. So by the end of part 3, I will have all this stuff either out of my house or listed. So next weekend I really need to work on actuarial paper. Then we have like the week of Christmas. And then Jacob and I are going to visit my cousin in Omaha for the first weekend in January. So from January 5th to the 12th, we're going to do another week. And that's hopefully going to be the 3rd and final part to Death to the Death Pile. And hopefully both Becky and I will have our entire death piles listed. So make sure you guys stay tuned. That will be up sometime mid-January. And before then, you should see 2 ThredUp DIY denim unboxings and some what sold videos. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you go check out Becky's video over on her channel. And stay tuned because as always, I'll have a new video out soon.